Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
A North Fargo daycare had to be evacuated early this morning after a gas leak made staff members sick. They were coughing and vomiting from the fumes. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley was the only reporter at the scene this afternoon, and she joins us live now from North Fargo with more. Bailey?
Thanks, Andrea. I'm here at the Children of Hope Daycare Center in North Fargo, just across the street from the Fargo Dome. Early this morning, around 10, dozens of staff and kids had to evacuate after daycare workers say the smell of natural gas flooded the entire room. Now, earlier today when I was here, all of these doors were propped open, trying to get that smell out of here. Now, I talked with the daycare director, Hope Shields, who says there were about 60 kids here today when this all happened. She says that the older kids went next door to NDSCS to finish off the day, while the 6 infants that were here at the time went to the other side of the parking lot and took refuge at the Days Inn Hotel. Now, we're told that the leak came from some work going on at the CVS pharmacy right next door. Experts say that a gas leak is pretty easy to detect, saying that you'll smell something like rotting eggs or rotting milk, and if that does happen, to immediately call the fire department and leave your house. Now, I talked with daycare workers who say the smell was still too strong to get back in the building today, but hope that everything is all good to go tomorrow. Reporting live in North Fargo, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
All right, thanks, Bailey, for that update. By the way, staying inside where there's a potential leak is dangerous, causing you and your family to feel nauseous, have breathing problems, and dizziness. And experts say your pets will feel the same. Minnesota corrections officials are looking for a convicted killer who is a fugitive after being released from prison. They say 40-year-old Joshua Hendrickson of Karlstad, Minnesota, was let out of the St. Cloud State Prison last year after serving 18 years for fatally stabbing Christopher Nelson and injuring a second man. The agency says Hendrickson was placed on supervised release after he got out of prison and has been a fugitive since last week. We will have more on this story tonight on Valley News Live at 6. Throw in some sunshine in our cold day. Doesn't seem so bad. Robert, sounds like we'll have to be on alert this evening.
Yeah, as we head through the overnight hours and into the day tomorrow, some slick conditions developing across the area. But for now, still quiet across the region and cold. Temperatures in the teens in most areas, however, up to 20 degrees now. In Jamestown, winds primarily out of the south and southeast, and that's how they're going to continue as we head through the night tonight. We'll actually see temperatures drop for a few hours this evening and then rise as we head towards tomorrow morning. Those breezes creating wind chills as cold as 2 below in Langdon, 0 in Devils Lake, 4 in Valley City. Clouds on the increase. Underneath those clouds, we're seeing quite a bit of precipitation out there, and it's all snow. Not sure why that's turning back to green as rain there, but the leading edge of that, there's a lot of dry air, and it's going to take several hours for that air to saturate. Here in Fargo, we're going to stay dry as we head through this evening. And again, temperatures slowly cooling as we head through this evening, but then rising as we head towards tomorrow morning. And as we head through the day tomorrow, as mentioned, some slick conditions. Winter weather advisory in effect for the areas highlighted you see there. We're going to have travel trouble throughout the region, but these areas have the best chance to see some freezing rain in addition to the snow. More on that chance for snow and freezing rain and what to expect in your backyard coming up in just a few minutes.
All right. Thanks, Robert. A Fargo man with prior indecent exposure convictions has admitted to inappropriately touching himself last June in a Minot bar. Court records state that 49-year-old Stuart Kelley pleaded guilty Monday to indecent exposure. According to court records, on June 1st of 2017, a woman in the bar noticed Kelley staring at her while touching himself. Kelley has 6 previous indecent exposure convictions in North Dakota, dating back to 1996. Kelley remains in custody in Minot pending his sentencing in February and faces up to 5 years in prison if convicted. The city of Cavalier can now rest a little easier after a tense situation ended peacefully. Police got a call just before 9 last night about a distraught man in his garage. A code red alert was sent out telling people to shelter in place and be ready to evacuate. Officers from several law enforcement agencies were able to make contact with the man. He was taken to a medical facility for evaluation. Police say a gun was found, but no shots had been fired. Drivers heading down 4th Street in Fargo might be facing a short delay tonight. The southbound lane of 4th Street South between 7th and 8th Avenues South is closed today for the repair of a private sewer. The lane will reopen this evening when the work is completed. We have some updates for hunters who may be looking for a mountain lion in North Dakota. The state's early mountain lion season in Zone 1 closed Sunday, and the late season, when hunters can pursue lions with dogs, is now open. During the early season, hunters took 2 cats from a harvest limit of 8. The late season in Zone 1 is scheduled to run through March 31st of next year or until the harvest limit is reached. The mountain lion season is open only to North Dakota residents. The West Fargo Police Department is warning people of a new scam supposedly based in West Fargo. Authorities say the scam targets people trying to buy vehicles and machinery from online sources like Craigslist. Those shoppers are then directed to use a company called West Fargo Shippers, again supposedly located at 625 2nd Avenue Northwest in West Fargo, for payment and shipping arrangements. But West Fargo Shippers is not legitimate. The West Fargo Police Department has confirmed that business doesn't exist at that address. So they're reminding you to use good judgment when making online purchases and make sure you're dealing with legitimate vendors. A new record has been set at the annual Taters for Charity event. This year, over $83,000 was raised at the potato luncheon, where, for a small donation, you can enjoy a 1-pound potato with toppings, a beverage, and dessert. All the proceeds will go to the Great Plains Food Bank. Organizers at RDO say they're overwhelmed by the community's support for this event.
To see their actions and their support really turn into kind of this dollar amount that's going to help change lives and help feed hungry people. Yeah, it's really, really rewarding.
This new record will provide about 240,000 meals to hungry families. On this 6th annual Giving Tuesday, a global day of giving, the YWCA Cast Clay was busy showing the community all the progress that's been made on its new residence in West Fargo. Crews broke ground this past summer. The walls are up, and when it's finished, it will provide an additional 30 apartments to those in need, helping approximately 75 people who are homeless.
The partnership that's been created with Lutheran Church of the Cross, their congregation, their leadership, their pastor, has stepped forward and said, if we want to truly live out our mission to live and love like Jesus, we need to make certain that there's an opportunity for safety. Providing safety and housing and basic needs for women and children facing violence is truly commendable.
The location is set to open by the summer of 2019. Donations made today to the YWCA Cast Clay will be matched up to $10,000 by the In Faith Community Foundation. And speaking of Giving Tuesday, since its start in 2012, it has grown into a movement that has spread across the world. And today you can join that movement, as we mentioned with the YWCA, by donating to local organizations and charities such as the Great Plains Food Bank. Even a $1 donation made to the food bank will provide 6 meals to someone in need. Money raised today will also be going toward their food assistance services and programs, which helps nearly 97,000 people each year.
I hope people understand just the difference that you can make for a lot of people that without the service might otherwise be going without.
Last year, the Great Plains Food Bank raised $33,000. If you would like to make a donation, you can head to our website and click on this story.